Defendant shall now enter the court. Everyone please stand. The Court of the Keepers of Solace is now in session. I, Les Solaris, will preside as your judge. Everyone but the jury may be seated. Jury, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly listen to this case and render a true verdict and a fair sentence to this defendant? You may be seated. Members of the jury, your duty today would be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty, based only on the facts and evidence provided in this case. The prosecution must prove that a crime was committed and that the defendant is the person who committed that crime. However, if you are not satisfied the defendant's guilt to that extent, then reasonable doubt exists and the defendant must be found not guilty. Today's case is the Keepers of Solace versus Violence. Is the prosecution ready?
Yes.
Very good. And it's the defense ready?
We are.
Very good. Prosecution, you may come to the stand for your opening statements.
Hello, my fellow members and my fellow members of the jury. Today, we are here face to face with someone who has been a traitor here to everybody in Solace. Violence the Clown has helped an animated state by providing evidence that may have resulted in the great harm of one of the fellow members of Solace and also a faction leader. Today, we are here to prove that Violence did have ill intent towards both the planet and the specific individual that was harmed.
Defense, you may now come to the stand for your opening statements.
Members of the jury and everyone watching. The prosecution is saying that Violence here committed crimes. I'm here to say that they did not. They did not do it with ill intent. That's all I have to say.
We shall now proceed to the examination. Prosecution, you may call your first witness.
Could I please have Comet stand? Comet, is it true that whenever you were attacked by Eclipse, you found some evidence of a schedule?
Yes. After I was attacked and traded blows with Eclipse, I still remained at the library because I knew I probably shouldn't move too much after, getting this grievous injury. So I looked around and I noticed in the grass something that I knew didn't belong, as I am very familiar with the grounds of the library, as I was the one who built it. I noticed a book in the grass, and now usually I would never leave a book out in the grass, so I knew it wasn't one that I had. When I crawled over to grab it, I opened it up, and it had very shocking thing of, it was my entire day-to-day schedule, and it said at the end, do what you want with this information.
Alright, can you confirm that the schedule it is the one that's being shown?
This is indeed the schedule that I found.
Can you confirm that this book is not written by you or anybody that could be not Violence the Clown?
No, it's not my handwriting. It's not any of my friends.
Here is a book signed by the Violence the Clown, given to me when I did receive an injury. Can you confirm that this handwriting is the same as the one in the book with the schedule?
Yes, it's the same exact handwriting.
From this examination, are you certain that Violence the Clown is guilty of aiding an animated state?
Yes.
Thank you.
Objection leading the witness.
Please remember to focus on the evidence.
Alright, you can go sit back down.
Oh, okay.
Could Frog please come to the stand, please? Hi, Frog. Were you familiar with Violence the Clown prior to this trial?
Sort of. He appeared a lot at faction meetings.
Can you confirm that you were the person who was able to apprehend Violence the Clown and brought them to the jury?
Yes, I did.
When you encountered Violence, was there anything that he said or he did that made you believe that he is a danger?
We questioned him why he did these things, and he said that he did it for fun rather than to hurt somebody.
Do you believe that he was pressured into saying anything like that?
No, he was laughing.
That is all I have. Thank you. You can go back. With the witnesses and the proof that I have, Violence the Clown was malicious with the intent of harming Comet and did so in a methodical manner that took a long time and can be seen as not an accident. That is all I have to say.
Thank you, prosecution. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses.
Comet, would you please come to the stand? I agree. This handwriting does look similar to the handwriting shown in the prior evidence. However, I do not believe that Violence did it with ill intent. It was not malicious. I do believe that this was methodical, that he did take the time to plan it out. I do believe that, and I'm sorry for any harm that has befallen you. Is there anything else you can add to the handwriting or to anything else that happened at the scene that might not have been explained by the prosecution?
Well, I was locking up for the night. You know, I was able to
Okay.
lock the library before Eclipse held a knife to my neck, and that's when we began to fight. I was able to wrestle it away for a little bit until she slipped away and she managed to grab the knife and throw it at me. And that's when, with my communicator, I called Cam of Lilac Expeditions as I was due to meet him soon after the time. I called him saying I wouldn't be able to make it to the meeting and that Eclipse had attacked me, and he basically came as soon as he could. He dropped everything to come to my aid. That's when I found, as I was sitting down, or just trying to gather my thoughts and stuff, that I noticed the book in the grass.
No further questions. Frog, can you come here? Can you come to the stand? Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Glad to hear it. You say that when you met up with Violence, accidentally from what I understand,
Yes.
when you questioned him, he seemed that it was for fun, correct?
Yes.
That, to put it plainly, for the love of the game, just for enjoyment. I don't say that was malicious. I say that because there was no ill intent. So how do you feel?
I wouldn't say it was malicious, but it was. I don't exactly know how to say how I felt about it.
Are you well acquainted with Violence?
No, not really.
No further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Defense, you may now call your first witness for your own direct examination.
Call Violence.
All right.
How are you doing today? I know it's been very stressful down there.
Very tired. I have restless sleep.
I bet. What were you feeling when you wrote that schedule? Did you write that schedule?
I did.
Did you give it to Eclipse?
I did not give it to Eclipse. I simply left it somewhere.
Who is saying that you did give it to Eclipse?
I believe it was Comet who claims that I gave the schedule to Eclipse.
May I ask why you, on the last line, you put, do with this whatever you wish?
There was no ill intent with that line.
I'm aware.
I
Fair
didn't
enough.
determine what happened afterwards.
How is your headspace?
There was a point in time in my life where I did go to a dark place due to some unfortunate events, and every now and then I do think about said events that happened.
I'm sorry for whatever has happened. Do you think that you could be falling back into that place? Unwittingly?
I'm not sure.
Okay. No further questions. Feather?
Yes.
If you would. How are you doing today?
I'm living.
About as best as all of us can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your takeaway from your meeting with Violence that night?
He needed help.
Interesting. Anything else?
I don't know what's going on in your personal life. I'm concerned and scared. I don't know.
Obvious question. What are you to Violence?
Their parent. And I'm happy to say that, honestly.
It's good.
I'm still happy
It's always
about
good to
that.
have someone in your corner.
Objection, relevance to the case.
Can I go back to the seats?
You may.
Thank you, Defense. You may be seated. We'll now cross-examine the witnesses.
Alice, could you please go to the stand? You're gonna tell me the first word that comes to mind whenever I mention someone. That sounds simple.
All right.
Go with Feather.
Parent.
What about Freya?
You.
What about Comet?
Friend.
Are you sure?
Friend.
Some understanding, it is known that you and Comet usually have regular disagreements during faction meetings. Would that be correct?
Disagreements are not bad.
Yeah, but I do remember that one of the disagreements during one of the faction meetings to insulting, especially when the evidence of the schedule first arose during the faction meeting, and Comet came forward with the proof. Isn't that true?
This is true.
It is also known that you have mainly disagreements with Comet out of everybody else. I guess I do admit that other people have had disagreements with you, but one of the main perpetrators has always been Comet. How come?
I just find them very interesting.
You can go back to your seat. Feather, could you please take on the stand? Hi, quick question. You are familiar with violence through basically for how long?
Don't remember for how long.
Has he been different from how you used to remember him?
No, he seems the same. Sorry, it's been a while.
Well, with all the differences and accidents that has been happening within this time frame, would you be 100% certain that he has a different personality than what you used to remember?
I would say different.
Can you explain that real quick?
Well, I feel like didn't he seen a therapist before going to court to see if he's insane?
Sadly, we do not have any
Yeah.
therapists of solace. Does that mean that you're worried about his mental state?
I am
Or
worried.
would you say that some of his old tendencies or anything like that can be shown through violent actions?
I guess.
That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Thank you, prosecution. Both the prosecution and the defense have now rested their cases. The attorneys will now present their final arguments. Prosecution, you may begin.
With all the evidence of witnesses and multiple counts, we can safely say that Violence the Clown has done at least aggressive acts just because he thinks that they're fun or that they will bring joy. He is dangerous. He does not worry about the safety of others, aside from a few, and even then, those few does not guarantee that everybody else are gonna be safe. He has a methodical and long streak of patience. He has admitted that he's following other people. We do not know if he has any other targets in mind. We do not know if he is done with his acts of violence. He has proven that he is willing to risk the life of another person in solace in order to get what he wants. It may be for a petty argument, or maybe for a disagreement, maybe for something else. He is willing to commit violence in order to get what he wants just because he feels like it. That is my case.
Thank you. Defense, you may proceed with your closing arguments.
Members of the jury, I believe that Violence the Clown is not mentally well. His own parent says that they are worried about his mental state, that they don't seem the same. Violence does all of this for fun. I think there's something going on that is causing all of this, and no one is bothering to look into this.
There is no medical or any professional witness or professional help that could be used right now.
Be accepted, please.
Fair enough.
Focus on evidence only.
I believe that there is a place on Solace that he could get the help he needs. 24-hour surveillance, guards, but in that place. Not down in that dungy hole, in a good place where violence deserves it. Where they might see the sun, not in the depths of a basement. I rest my case.
Member of the jury, you have heard all of the testimony concerning this case. It is now up to you to determine the facts. You and you alone are the sources of the fact. Once you have decided what facts the evidence proves, you must then apply the law to the facts as you find them. In Casabona, I will take you to the jury room to consider your verdict. Whatever verdict you render must be anonymous, which means that each and every one of you must agree on the same verdict. I will now take you to the deliberation room. All rise.
I do think guilty verdict would be the best.
It all seems to point towards violence being guilty.
We do need to come to
I'll say guilty too.
I'm in agreement.
Jury, have you reached the verdict?
We have come to the conclusion, Your Honor, that violence is guilty.
Thank you, jury, for your service today. Violence will remain in cell until it can be proven that he is no longer a danger to Solace. Court is adjourned.
Throw it, stepped. Okay, I don't think that's very professional of you.
I keep doing that.
Attacking everybody I
What?
see.